Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Podguyz Podcast. Today, we're brought to you by Podguyz, Pod Life, People, something, I don't know, man. I really lost it there. Podguyz Lives Matter? Does that sound good? Kevin, you can talk now. It's okay. Man, do I have to unmute you again? I know Eddie. Yeah, there you go. Sparky, how about you?
I got him.
All right.
Podguyz Lives Matter.
Podguyz Lives Matter. Everyone matters, man. No matter who you are. I am Tony Kaz, followed by Kevin Neary. Hey, Kevin Neary, there we go.
Pointing at Eddie. I was looking at him like, what
actually, right below me is Sparky. Sparky's right below me.
I feel like this is you on Eddie because I don't know where that
Eddie's to my other side. Eddie's to this side. Over here, maybe. Over here. I don't know. You're over here somewhere. Yeah, you guys might know. Of course, we got Sparky. We got Kevin Neary. Say hi. Hi, everyone. And you guys might see a fourth face up here. He is a very funny comedian. He's an actor, a philanthropist, a business owner, a professional stripper. I don't know. We got the ever funny and talented Eddie Allen.
Just one part. It was.
I could have probably kept it going with something. I don't know.
Yeah, and I am a philanthropist. I give a guy a cigarette once in a while.
Yeah. That makes you a philanthropist, a communal, a man of the community.
Soup kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah. You're a man of the community.
Excuse me. This is a vegan soup kitchen.
Oh, man.
You get to have it. Half a can of pizza and a jar of applesauce, you know.
Yeah, we got some stuff going on in Wilkes-Barre right now. People are desecrating good old Christopher Columbus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
What a great man, right? He's a great man.
Oh, man. I swear to God, man. This I've never seen so much outrage over something that isn't living at all.
He was living.
I got my comment deleted out of crazy shit going on in Wilkes-Barre's little page on Facebook, and all I commented, I said, it's all right. I assure you, Christopher Columbus felt nothing because he has been dead for several years now. And I put an LOL there just so people know to not take it that serious. And I got the first comment there. Some guy said that was a very intelligent thing to say. But I knew it was sarcastic because he had a little cartoon guy there with his head over his face like that. I'm like, then another woman said, she said, it's terrible what they're doing. He was a tough man. Those boats must have been tough. And I'm thinking to myself,
that's the best comment I think I've ever heard in my life.
What are you talking about? Those boats in the wall. How was he a tough guy? The boat, he just sailed it. He took the boat across the ocean, halfway there. I guarantee
he landed on the wrong spot.
Half of them died. Half of them died from scurvy.
The boats went down.
Yeah.
The only one that made it was the Santa Maria. The Nina and the Pinta went down.
Yeah, they were toast in the water.
And then halfway there, he was trying like, all right, guys, right when we get to the first boat, everybody's all pent up and angry. And they're like, hey, Chris, where's this India? He's like, it's right around the corner.
Yeah, it's right up the road here. I'll make a left.
Yeah. So he's like, hey, you know what? Whatever we bump into, that's what we'll call India. And first things first, we're going to get off this boat. We're going to hook up with every woman on the island. Doesn't matter what age it is. Of course it doesn't. This guy was Christopher Colombo. Colombo is his real last name.
Christopher Colombo, yes, correct.
Now, back in the day, and I mean like about, I would say 4 people ago, people could live.
No, let me just say this is a history lesson for people. So please, Kevin, continue on.
They used to Latinize. They used to Latinize last names to make it seem like you were more of an distinguished person in the 1400s. So he changed it to Columbus. He had Ferdinand and Isabella bank a lot of money into his boat. The idea was underlined in the history books because, well, if you're the one writing it, you're in the best shape to perform it. You're putting a lot of money into 3 big boats for salt and pepper and different spices. Now, something tells me that doesn't add up. That's like me taking Ferraris through the desert, and the cops pull you over and say, "What are you hauling here?" And I say, "I just got some sugar and some salt in the back there." Guy looks it up. Boy, oh boy, there's bags full of
I got salt, pepper, and hose.
Yeah, salt, pepper, and hose. The cops open up the trunk. They're like, "Did you know this was actually pure cocaine in the back? That wasn't salt and pepper and flour. You got ripped off." "Oh my God, are you serious, officer?" Yeah, you better take this back. It's actually illegal up here. It just seems like a sketchy story. Like, why are you taking your boats halfway around the world? Oh, to make our food taste better. That just doesn't add up. Something just doesn't add up there. Now, if you told me slave running, I would believe it. I would say, okay, slave running, they ran. They didn't run out of people. They just they wanted no interference in the idea. So figure, go off to a different land. I tell you who were the big winners in Columbus. Sailing the ocean blue over to the Bahama area, India, the whole country, India.
Actually, he probably would have hit in China first. He would have hit China first before that.
Come over here, holy crap!
Yeah.
But yeah, man, people were defending the statue as if it was a real person. They're like, "Could you believe what they did to him?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, what happened now? Who got hurt?" That was my first instinct. I'm like, "Oh my God, somebody famous got murdered or something." Nope. It was a statue. They had a plunger on his head. They're like, "This is terrible. This is worse.
We need to take it out."
They get pictures. They're like, "Oh man, how could you possibly do this?" First of all, when that dude was alive, he did things to living people that were so freaking terrible.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. He wiped out an indigenous people by the thousands. And not necessarily him, but his whole crew.
Some lady even brought up, she said that it was against the Bible to do something to a statue like this. I'm thinking to myself, no, it's not. That doesn't... No. When does it say that? What chapter? Oh, look at this. Leviticus, page 14. Don't mess with Columbus' statue. He hasn't been born yet, but we know it's about to happen.
He goes up there with one of the spice runners, Marco Polo.
You know what happens, man. People, whenever they get backed into it, whenever they paint themselves into a corner, they hold a Bible up and they're like, "Hold on now, it says something in here." No, it doesn't, you moron. God. I apologize. I got on a little bit of a rant about that, but it just seemed a little ridiculous. Here, Eddie was saying that, what were they doing down Philly with their Columbus statue?
Well, the Italians were defending it with baseball bats and switchblades.
You see, they're defending.
One guy came to take pictures.
They're acting like this goddamn statue comes to life at night and gives children candy and shit.
They give them spices.
He has a baseball bat. He goes, "You're nervous, aren't you? You're nervous, aren't you?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, there's a freaking psycho standing in front of me with a baseball bat who's defending this guy that was, a serial killer.
A genocidal maniac.
And the other guy sliced the guy's tires on his bike with he's pulling they're going nuts. Well, that's Philadelphia for you.
People get weird about statues, man. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And then somebody in that goddamn chat said, well, how would they like it if they tore down a statue of Martin Luther King? And I'm thinking, you know what? I don't even know where there is a statue of Martin Luther King doing here.
Well, there's one.
You're comparing a swamp to a sky on that one.
Have you just seen the new meme that they have out on Facebook? It's William Penn, who's up on top of the Capitol building or whatever, and he says, "Yeah, come and get me."
That's Philly for you. That's Philly, man. That's Philly. Unbelievable.
Two questions. Oh, I got two questions now.
Okay.
Question number one: who had Columbus in the Deadpool since they killed him?
Ah, that's true. That's true.
Anybody have Columbus in the Deadpool?
No. I might be close with Ozzy Osbourne, though.
Huh?
I might be close with Ozzy Osbourne.
He better not die.
Why, what's wrong with Ozzy?
He's saying he's not going to make it till the end of the year.
Don't say that.
There's going to be a lot of people
He said it himself. He said it himself.
And then number two, the other thing that's really bothering me today.
Well, he did bite a Burger King off.
Whoa. One at a time, folks. One at a time.
Yeah. Why is Burger King still up? I'm offended by Burger King.
Oh my God.
My Italian heritage is bothered by
You're not
Burger King.
Italian.
Oh, but I am part Italian
No,
somewhere.
you're not. We have no Italian. We come from Polish or Russian. No Italian.
You don't know, but anyway.
I'm pretty sure.
But anyway, the part of my Italian heritage
You're
is bothered by
not
Burger King,
Italian.
though.
He can identify as Italian.
Like to call a burger a Whopper. You know that offends the Italian in me.
You're not Italian.
You don't talk with your hands enough.
You're not Italian. I dated plenty of Italians to know.
Hey.
Mustaches?
Ma fangu.
Yeah, I did, actually.
Your mother cooks with ragu. What you say about my mother's sauce?
Your mama smells like stale parsley.
About Stack Girl.
Did Kevin just do John Travolta?
He did.
Yeah, welcome back, daughter.
What are you doing? Hit my hair.
That's what my head. Turn off the lights and talk in the dark.
Just leave the bullet.
Well, you got everybody ripping down Christopher Columbus. You got the Supreme Court actually ruling on the LGBTQ, LMNOP, QRXTUV employment discrimination.
The alphabet.
No, not the alphabet.
They call them the alphabet group, don't they?
No, they
The
don't.
alphabet group.
They don't call them the alphabet group because that's bad.
I'm not anti-gay. I support a lot of LGBTQ, LMNOPO organizations, people. I have a couple gay friends. But you know what? Like the Supreme Court actually said that there is employment discrimination against gay people in America, and they will no longer tolerate. They will no longer. Kevin, I know you have a lot to say about this.
Well, there could be discrimination against anybody.
Anybody whatsoever.
Anybody whatsoever, yeah. So this is just including the LGBT community into the idea of the discrimination.
Specifically, just them, because I think that they felt like they were left out in some way.
Well, they tagged them. They weren't included before. You have to understand, they were not included before with the transgender. If you were so they included it with sex between male and female. Okay, that was one of them. Mm-hmm. You can't fire somebody just because they're female. You can't fire them just because they're male. So that was one. And then they also have race in there, which is black, Oriental, white. They have all the races in there, but they didn't have sexual orientation in there, which you could see in Philadelphia with Tom Hanks, where once they found out that Tom Hanks was the character he was playing was gay, based on a true story, they fired him. And one thing that Denzel Washington's character said to him was, well, it's not illegal for them to fire you because you're gay. Now, if you were black, then we'd have a problem with that, but now it's not discrimination. Yeah. You could talk to the Supreme Court about that. Now, I think the movie was out in 1992. So this is, all they did was basically include them into a group that you cannot discriminate against upon the other.
Well, we talked about this before, Kevin. We said, who's actually firing somebody because they said, oh man, they're gay, they need to go.
I mean, you'd have to be some kind of scumbag owner where it's just like, hey,
exactly,
I just found out that my employee. It has to happen in the deep-rooted South. I mean, I'm sure it does happen, but who says to themselves like, I mean, I feel bad for the say a guy owns a male strip club, right? And his top dog stripper, he's a big meaty guy, right? But let's
say it's Eddie that walks in the door, and he comes in as Edith Allen.
Edith Allen, yeah.
Boy, yes, I'm a Jewish woman.
Yeah, and we'll say that he wants to transition.
I want to wear babushka.
Eddie, you look like you should wear a scrunchie on your wrist.
I did drag once for Halloween. I did Dolly Parton, and I used these water balloons for boobs.
Nice.
And I'll tell you what, a lot of guys hit on me. I took the subway. I was good looking. What can I tell you? I had the water balloons, and they were very genuine. And
it's nice that you went to